It is the greatest reunion we've ever had. And you know,
they all get along?
Yeah. Well, so I write about that. You know, one of the commonalities is our communication is perfect. Meaning, we speak to one another in complete thoughts, emotions. We understand each other perfectly.
I'm told we don't actually speak words. It's like spirit to spirit.
Right, but we can speak words.
Okay.
And in fact, we sing songs. One of the fascinating things about the music of heaven, you know, where Paul said, things eye has not seen, we should talk about the colors of heaven, but ear has not heard. The music of heaven, like Betty Maltz talked about how she heard all these songs, all in different languages, but she understood all of it. Don Piper, a pastor who's a friend of mine, said it was like listening to 1,000 songs from Bach to Queen, all at the same time, and yet perfectly harmonized. It's music in a new dimension. So we're talking about life, and this is what you need to understand. There's adventure. There are mountains to climb. There's travel that's not limited. So Captain Dale Black, the airline pilot who died, I have a picture of the plane in the LA Times. Everyone died in the crash. He resuscitated. But isn't it just like God? God has him flying into the New Jerusalem above, and he describes the beauty very much like John did in Revelation 21, these grand mountains behind, but he noticed they were snow-capped, which is fascinating. I hadn't heard that. And the city wall that stretched side to side, he couldn't see how far. And the beautiful landscape of paradise outside the wall, of the grass and the trees, and he heard waterfalls and fountains, and this city with homes, with architecture that was, he couldn't even describe it in words. There was something supernatural about the architecture, he even said. And so you hear what they had to say, and what I try to do is show how they show from different angles exactly what the Bible's been telling us all along. Colors, they commonly say colors like you don't have here on earth. So spectacular. That makes perfect sense. The color we see is from the spectrum of the light of the sun.
Right.
The color there is the spectrum of the light of God.